one topic that is resonating is climate change. And as a minister, what have you brought in for green technologies, bringing in this green businesses? So can you share some of your thoughts on this?
I don't know if you recall when Prime Minister Modi was in Gujarat in those years, Al Gore had come out with his book, then famous book, Inconvenient Truth. Prime Minister Modi immediately, a few months after that, came out with his version, Convenient Action. Because the inconvenient truth in India, we recognized it few thousand years ago. We don't need somebody to come and tell us that we need to respect nature, we need to respect and protect the environment and climate. But unfortunately, over the years, the consumption levels have gone up so high, and the developed world has very conveniently transferred most of the polluting industries out of their economies, a large part of it into Asia, by the way. And while they are the largest contributors to this problem in the ozone layer or the climate change problem, they are preaching to us today about what we should be doing, despite the fact that we are only 2.5% of the contributors to carbon, having supported 16-17% of the population. I'm proud to say that this government led by Prime Minister Modi, from 14 itself, has focused its energies on addressing this climate change problem as a responsible global citizen. I used to be running coal, power and renewable energy, all three. And when I mentioned it at Flame this morning, everybody had a big laugh. Coal and renewable energy both simultaneously. But there is an interplay. I mean, when President Obama was in India and everybody was preaching to us about cutting down on coal, I said, sir, we'll have to invite you for candlelight dinner the next time you come to India, if we shut down our coal-based plants. Because we don't have an alternate technology anywhere in the world. We have a limitation on how much hydro we can produce. Nuclear power, China has blocked our entry into the nuclear suppliers group, the NSG. So we don't have guaranteed source of nuclear power. The world is not yet offering us safe and secure, adequate, affordable technologies so that we can venture in a bigger way in nuclear. Even then we are doing quite a bit to promote nuclear energy. Solar power is only during the day, and in fact it has its own challenges of grid management. We cannot do beyond a stage in solar power, even during the day. And consumption hours are peak morning and evening, where we don't get solar power. Gas is not available in India, but gas also is ultimately fossil fuel. But because Europe and America depend on gas, and they guzzle large amounts of petrol and diesel, they attack only coal, but not fossil fuels as a family. And this patent discrimination and unfair policies were called out by Prime Minister Modi at every occasion. And therefore today, the world recognizes his concept of lifestyle for environment, the life and sustainability movement. Because ultimately we'll have to look at sustainable lifestyles. We in India are working towards that. We are promoting the circular economy so that we reuse our waste, recycle our waste. Solar power, when I was energy minister, we upped the ante from the National Solar Mission, which planned to be 20 gigawatt by 2022. Prime Minister Modi upped it to 100 gigawatt, and we achieved it. We had committed to be 40% installed capacity being clean and renewable by 2030. We achieved it in 21 itself, 9 years ahead of schedule. We are amongst the only few countries in the world which submits our UNFCCC by a 2-yearly report, biannual report to reflecting on our achievements of the Paris Accord and our nationally determined contributions. Very few countries give the 2-yearly report. We do every 2 years, sincerely and diligently. Amongst the top 5 performing nations in addressing climate change goals, India is included, top 5. In fact, in the top 10, there's no other G20 country except India. And now we have a 500 gigawatt target for renewable energy.